long way from sipping spirits in the park. We're just DIY kids, we've always done it ourselves. Yeah, we stuck up in this gutter, but still running this world. It's like everybody else is trying to eat off our plates. Reel them in, keep them close till they reach for the bait. Then we snap and take it back because it's ours to take. And yeah, we made it all ourselves, so we deserve the break. And looking back, the teachers always said we'll go get us. We chase a dream because we've never really known better. We're broke as anything, but still just trying to make it work. They tried to tarnish our image, but we just wipe away the dirt. Cause everybody's trying to find a diamond in the rubble. While they're busy doing that, we're all grounded on a hustle. We came from the bottom and now we all ride big. And we done it all ourselves cause we're DIY kids. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We wear hand-me-down clothes cause we're saving a piece. We put our money in our plans cause we want to succeed. Never had a silver spoon, we've always done it without. And when they see us doing well, they start running their mouth. It's like rumors come and go, but people stay for life. Most do, but some...
Tell me that this is better. All the stats and everything seem to be looking better. The numbers are nicer. I think what I did is I just set the bit rate to something that's too high for YouTube to like. So maybe if I play some music as well. Good. Good. Oh wait, no, it started to do it again as soon as I played the music. I don't like that. I don't bloody like that. It's the signal strength, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to do my best. But if it keeps on being an arsehole, I'm just calling quits for today. Nothing against you guys. Everything against Vodafone. Everything against my busy landlady. Everything against just not being able to even hardwire and have a constant connection. Because believe it or not, tethering from my phone gives me better speeds at the moment. When I'm using data as well, tethering from my phone gives me better speeds than being hardwired into the router. Believe it or not. That's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm getting like 2 megabits per second when I'm hardwired and about 7 megabits per second when I'm tethering from my phone. So we're gonna try tethering from the phone and hopefully that works. What might also work is if I do this. Let's see how this works. Spotify. If I Spotify from my laptop rather than from my phone, I might be in better luck. But I need to get logged in on that. And then I need to get logged in on ELR. Because God forbid I try to make any e-liquid flavors without music. God forbid. Don't you dare start telling me that I've got my login details wrong, for fuck's sake. There we go. Something went wrong. Nothing went wrong. You just never logged me in. I don't care about privacy. You guys ain't having nothing. Take no cookies. Now die. So let's play. And then let's swap over to... I don't like that quality, so that's Bluetooth. Is that on? Yeah. So let me disconnect my phone from the Bluetooth there. And then, I promise you, I will try my hardest to get going. That one, connect. Oh. Right, we're connected.
What you told your imitator, mayhem instigator.
Right, that's cool. Now let's have a look, see what it's doing to my stream. It's killing it. It's killing my... Oh, wait, no. It's killing my stream. It's killing my damn stream. So the answer to that is, Ryan, just do the thing without the music. I will do my best. I will do my best, ladies and gentlemen. I hate my life. I'm getting like really fast speeds, but apparently the connection to those speeds is really weak, which I don't understand because the connection to those speeds is literally right next to my computer. This is just an omen for how well my mixes are going to be. This is like an omen for how good the final results are going to be. But yeah, so I think what we'll do, because I understand the audio isn't that bad. Is it really okay now? Because I'm saying here, it's dropping frames left, right, and center. Yeah, I'm getting like 25% of my frames are dropped. And there's no signal. I'm on the right Wi-Fi. Android, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the right Wi-Fi. Well, if it's fine now, then it's fine now. We're going to try the Vimto. The Vimto 1 and 2, and then if things pick up, which they have just done again, but I dare say they might drop again soon, then if they drop again, then I'm not going to get round to any mixing today because it's just putting me off. It's putting me off. And mixing is something that should always be done with passion. You get me? And when the tech doesn't work, the passion turns into rage. And Rageful e-liquids is not the name of this range of e-liquids that I'm trying to do. So yeah, I would. This is. I just don't like the sound of with no music in the background. But hello everybody, thank you very much for joining back. Select a stream. I'm in a stream. You don't have a stream? Try refreshing. Yes, that one. You donuts. Thank you. Error. Yeah, it's just not liking me for some reason today. I mean, everything that could have gone wrong today sort of has. I'm not gonna lie. Bit of an issue medically this morning. Then all the laptops and stuff at fucking work didn't want to work for me. And then various customers coming in with stupid questions, getting upset with silly answers. Like, I only vape salts, but blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I want, like, them to have more throat hit. Have you tried Freebase? No, I've heard Freebase isn't as good. So I asked them, why is Freebase not as good? I don't know. Then I've just recommended them to you because the things that you think are the best is not giving you what you need. Like, why would you just reject Freebase because some guy in another shop that couldn't even tell you what the right ratio for the device you're using, for the liquid for the device you're using is, it tells you that salts are the best. I'll tell you why they told you salts are the best, Mr. Customer, that I will not name, and I hope that you're watching. It's because they cost more and they want more money out of you. That's the only reason. All right. Ask them what makes a salt a salt. And if they can answer you that, I'll give you free e-liquid. But they won't be able to. Because they're idiots. But I'm not bitter, as you can tell. How are you all? How are you? Midweek crisis. Yeah. Tell me about it. Midweek bloody crisis. Well, at least the error's gone now. The error's gone, and it seems to be running okay now. But it's not a midweek crisis. It's an everyday of the working week crisis. But I love my job, and I have to love my job. Otherwise, I might not have my job. So I love it. Yeah. What are you guys vaping on anyway? What are you guys vaping on? There was a fella that was in the e-cig shop group that wanted to know how the bottom of these pods are, or how the leaking is with these pods. So hopefully you can see that the pod is still bone dry. These are the blue ones. But what you might not be able to see, because the light, let me change the light and see if you can see it better. Yeah, that's a bit better. So can you see some of it's a bit wet? Basically what they've done is just put a bit of like padding at the bottom of the pod, just to soak up all the juice that leaks through. So yeah, it's not leaked yet. It's still dry, but they haven't fixed the problem that causes the leaking through the bottom of the pod. They haven't fixed that problem. They've just blue peated it a bit, just stuff some cotton in it. And when that cotton gets fully saturated, then what? Evening chat. I thought this is an evening chat. Yeah. I had a shit day yesterday. It was everyone's a wanky day. Yeah, it's like a national holiday in the UK, isn't it? Like every day that ends in the word day is wanker day, isn't it? Homebrew blue slush, solid, and it's not my Inican Shrine. Did you win my one, the blue one? Well, it's not mine anyway. It's your Trine. And how are you getting on with the Trine? It's an okay device, I felt, but the pods let it down. The pods are what let it down, and somebody else that won one. They're saying they're not getting as much life out of their pods as they do the what is the ad? He's had the OVNS Sabre, OG Caliburn, Caliburn A2, and then the Slims. And he's saying like it's not lasting as long as any of those. Ooh, let me know how that is. Josh, somebody was telling me about the Reload S RDA at Expo. And yeah, I want to know from somebody who might not just trying to be a salesman how it's actually like. Cross 4 with the, so what makes the Cross 4 the Cross 4 other than like it's probably got some lights on it that drain the battery quicker, I imagine, or something. How does it differ from the Cross 2 and the Cross 3 other than just how it looks? Is there any new features or anything that I should be excited about? Because that would be good. Let me know. It's not bad. Cross pods are better. Yeah, I know, it's a shame. I would have made them compatible with the cross pods. They look like it, and I would have just gone ahead and done that if I was them, to be fair, because people like the cross pods already. And I can see my hair is just not doing what I wanted it to. But we've shaken up. Now, let's actually get on with what we're here to do now. And that is to try the Vimto version 2. Vimto Gummy version 2 is on the chopping board, shall we say. So, smells good. Smells very good. Smells better than the, yes, yeah. Let me do the finger test. Version 1. Version 1's alright. That blackcurrant, it's just blackcurrant that we added to it, weren't it? Let me get the ELR up and then we could have a look at this. So let's go here, let's go there. Let's go e-liquid recipes. Please don't have logged me out. I've restarted my laptop. Of course you logged me out. Of course. No, you didn't. Cool. TFS project. Vimto Gummy version 2. I think all we did is... Let's have a look at what the difference between the version 1 and the version 2 was, shall we? Let's do that. Not in a new window, in a new tab, for fuck's sake. There we go. Right, where's the version 1? The version 1, where is it? Vimto Gummy. There we go. So we've added a bit of sweetener and a bit of blackcurrant to the gummy bear. Gummy bear's still at 15%, Vimto at 10. Vimto's now at 9.6. I must have messed up the measurements on that one. Blackcurrant at 2.5, and the Mega Sweet. Now, Mega Sweet, I am adamant, yeah, Mega Sweet is something that in time all juice producers will start using as their sweetener. I'm just calling it now, all right? I am calling it now. You'll never find out if that is the case unless you know what Mega Sweet tastes like and use it a lot in your mixes and get an appreciation for what it does. But I say give it a year or so, you will start tasting this sweetener in most commercial e-liquids. Just like now you get that disposable sweetness that you recognize in lots of brands. This is better than that. I personally feel anyway, Mega Sweet, but what do I know, right? I'm just a clown. So yeah, let me douse him up. There we go. That's sounding more like it. Now let me remind myself what wattage I've got this on. And the reason I've got to do it under the table is because it's too... I need to go out here and do it. 19.3 watts at what ohm? Was it 1 ohm? It's around 1 ohm-ish. 1 ohm. And I got it at 19 watts. Let's see what it is saying. This is a terrible, terrible build. Talking Canthal, 26 gauge, few wraps. But if it can perform well on this, it will perform amazing on other bits of kit. That's my thinking, at least, anyway. So I've doused him up. 19 point something watts, 1 ohm. I think the 19 watts might be too high, I'm not gonna lie. So I've gone down to 15 watts now. I had to step into the darkness so I can see the screen. It's better. It's better. It's making me smile, but I'm not happy with it yet. I'm not happy with it yet. But we are pushing the amounts of flavouring that's in there. We're at 28.6%. When did I mix this? On the 24th of April. So it's had its 2 weeks. Definitely had more than its 2 weeks now. Tighten that drip tip back down. The problem with round wire builds is you really do have to let the cotton get bedded in. You do have to vape it for a while before you can get a true appreciation for the flavour, which is something only people that have been vaping for a very long time will remember having to do. But it is something that needs to be done. Maybe a bit more air. Oh, there we go. There we go. It must be the blackcurrant juicy. It's like an almost lozenge type, lozenge, whatever it's called, like ness to it. Right. I want more gummy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna adapt this recipe right now. I'm gonna go for the V3, but I'm gonna put it's 2 mix because I'm not mixing it now, Neil. All right, don't worry. But I'll put it on. I'm gonna make some adjustments to it now, so when I do need to mix it, which will be maybe on the next one, that'll be ready. But I'm gonna bring down the blackcurrant to 1.75 down from 2.5. The Mega Sweet can stay where it is. The Vimto can drop to 8.5, so I'll just drop that down by 1%. And I don't know if I'm gonna want to bring the gummy up or not, but I'm gonna save that as just some quick notes. Okay, I'm gonna put quick. V3 is a quick revision after a short test. Just so I know, Wagwan, haven't mixed yet. Need to mix, and then I'll save that. And then when I do come to remix this, I've already got the recipe set there for what I need to do with it. Yeah. Now let me go see what you guys are chatting about. The Vimto one is not yours, no. Yeah, I dropped it to 15 watts. Good shout, Luke. I did drop it to 15 watts. You back to normal now, Ryan, or still rolling off the expert energy? Well, the day after I got back from Expo, I had a training session, which was yesterday, and it fucked me. Fucked me so much that it nearly killed me overnight. Fucked me so much that it nearly killed me this morning. And because of, I can't, there we go. My feet are massive and I can't get them out from underneath this thing. And because of the horrendous diabetes emergencies, it's tapped me in the head a little bit and I'm struggling to even think straight. So what I decided to do is come home, do some mixing and drink some drink. In the hopes that that'll sort my head out. You get me? So, yeah, that's the it's still promising. Don't think for a second that Vimto is not promising. It's promising, but we're getting to the stage with that one now where I am my own biggest barrier. I am my biggest issue, because that could taste exactly like I wanted it to before I actually did the first mix. But now that I'm there, I'm like, it's not good enough. And that's why I don't really release flavors too often, because I get so far in them, and as they get better, I want the end result to be even better than I initially thought or initially wanted. So yeah, it's a bit like my music, to be fair. People say, oh, that's good, you should release that now, that's ready. I'm like, nah, that's not ready. That's not ready. Been chewing on this damn triptych. But yeah, James' words of living healthier has rooted itself in my brain. Okay. It's a shame that it took James for you to realise that. But yeah, bro, it will help every aspect of your life if you are in better shape. Regardless of how good a shape or bad a shape you're in, if you can get yourself into a better physical condition, then all other parts of your life will get better. It's why I work so hard on fitness. I don't really want to look good. I just want to feel good and keep the head level. And as you can see, like, I'm in not the worst shape ever, and I'm teetering the edge a lot of the time, bro. So, but keep pushing, keep eating healthier, exercising, meditating, stretching in the morning is the best thing that I can recommend for people. If you don't want to exercise, if you don't want to meditate, if you don't want to watch a diet, stretch every part of your body out as much as possible as soon as you wake up every day, and that will at least allow you to have a better start to your day. But hold a squat. That's very important. Get yourself into as deep a squat as possible, even if you need to hold on to something for balance. Hold it for 15 seconds, stand back up, get yourself back into that squat again, hold it for 15 seconds, stand back up, do that 5 or 6 times, and tell me that you instantly don't just feel a bit looser all over your body. Should have done it sooner, but I never motivation to research these things and research these things, bro. No, it's not about researching things. It's about breaking the conditioning that you've had about food and stuff like that. There's not much research. You know what healthy food is, bruv. You know what exercise is, bruv. There's nothing to research. Like, you just need to do it. That's the hard part. I spend a lot of time on YouTube watching fitness videos and the rest of it, but that doesn't make me any fitter. It's actually doing it, and that is the hard part. And then once you get into exercising and start putting on muscle, the last little, like, where I'm at now with my fitness journey is it's all diet, and I cannot be bothered. Diet is the hardest thing to do. Keep your underwear drawer tidy and the rest of that. All right, Peter Jordanson or Jordan Peterson, whatever your name is, mate. All right, fella, tidy your room and everything will be better. Nah, it's a bit more complicated than that, I swear. So, Neil, what was your mix, mate? Are you still there? Did you get some good stuff from Expo? I got some cool battery wraps. I got a cool borrow tank. I got some juices from King's Collection. I didn't go around freebie hunting, if that's what you mean. But I just stayed in the home zone and made all my purchases there. I got some coils from Scott. Nothing super exciting or mad, but just stuff that I wanted myself. And I just bought them. And then, yeah. I got a cool bottle, a cool Squonk refill bottle that you can refill your Squonk bottles through the 510 pin. But I'm not going to use that because I don't Squonk. I'm just going to use it as a dripper bottle. But it came with a really cool metal cap. I'll show you that on the e-cig shop at some point because it is down at the shop now. But yeah. I think now I wrote your name on the list of flavors. I'm gonna read off. Type 2 diabetes has changed the way I eat. Diabetes will do that to you, bro. Trust me, daddy. Trust me. I mean, I remember when I went vegan, it helped my diabetes no end. Genuinely did. Neil, I'm gonna read off the list of flavors. You, I didn't get any. No, I didn't get any bearded Viking coils. I didn't even know he did coils, to be honest with you. But I've got a whole bunch of red beard coils now. I've got the Desert Eagle running in the Borough now. I took the Magnum out, and now I've got a Desert Eagle, which is even louder. But yeah, what Borough tank did you get? I got the ODB Borough tank with the samurai lady on the back. It's a metal Borough tank. It looks pristine. The quality is off the charts. It does come with a notable price tag, but I'm just out there to support brands that I like in it, so I was happy to swap the money. I got some cool battery wraps, some girls with big old hitties and swords, and one with a big juicy butt. But But this, I left it all down at the e-cig shop because I had to take all the batteries and chargers and all that stuff back down there. I just loaded it all in the bag. Keep an eye on the e-cig shop Facebook page, and I'll show you guys in due course. Innit? What am I looking for? Yeah, so Neil, we'll get back to you. So if it's any of these, let me know, Neil. Is it the pineapple raspberry, the rhubarb blackcurrant apple? I don't think it was the watermelon. Is it blue ras? No, it's not that one. Is it the straw melon gum? No, that's Luke's. Rhubarb and blackcurrant apple version 2, pineapple raspberry version 2, apple and raspberry, Bavarian blackcurrant vanilla bean gummy, minty menthol gummy, lemon and lime gummy, and or lemon lime raspberry. You didn't see me pick what up? You shouldn't have been seeing me pick anything up. You should have been focusing on serving the customers, bro. So that's probably why you didn't see me pick any up, right? Because you was doing your job. Cool. Because I didn't see you pick up anything other than what you picked up when you was next to me, because you don't have an independent thought. Oh! Right, let's go. Had apple and blackcurrant. Let's have a look, see if you had the apple and blackcurrant. Apple and blackcurrant. Apple, blackcurrant, rhubarb. Let's have a look, see if that's a Neely boy one. NRC. No. Apple and blackcurrant was Shane. I've got Shane Atkin noted down for that one. Was you raspberry lime? Oh, did we actually do a mix of it yet, or did we intend to start a mix? I've got the list of flavors here, but I haven't noted down whose is what. So apple and blackcurrant. Did I do an apple and blackcurrant? I've got apple and raspberry. If anybody's one of the, we did mix one. We've got rhubarb blackcurrant and apple. Rhubarb blackcurrant apple version 2. Pineapple raspberry. Apple and raspberry. There's no just apple and raspberry. Okay, let's do that bad boy. So that was mixed on the 24th. Me and you are gonna fall out. Oh, now you sound like everybody I know. Right, okay. So it was Alpine Raspberry, Blackberry, Mega Sweet, Red Apple, TFS, Gummy Bear. Let's do that one. Boom, boom, boom. Voila. Let's have a go. I mean, since Expo, I've been harassed. All the people I spoke to, as soon as people caught wind that I work in a retail environment and it's up to me to buy stuff in, they were like, take my number. I was like, no. Okay, can I take yours? I was like, all right, here's my card. And then, like, literally the first day that I'm back in the shop, they're like, oh, I've just seen you on Facebook. Are you back in the shop? Well, you saw me on Facebook, so I'm back in the shop. And it's like, oh, so do you want to talk about business? No, because I've had a long weekend off and I've got a shop to fucking manage and customers to serve. But I'm not bitter. I think people assume because I like handle the purchasing, that would mean that like I'm in the back all the time and I'm not doing the grunt work, but like the grunt work comes first, because talking to other brands and stuff on the phone and whatever is all good, but that's not what brings the money in, I'm afraid. It's the customers. So the customers come first for me, and all you business types, you come when I am just able to help you come, basically. And you'll get to know this soon, Luke. If you're looking to make connections and make changes at your place and whatever, yeah, I don't want to dampen like your spirits because you seem excited about it all. But once you find the people that you want to work with and you're happy, then you've got to contend with everybody else that wants to poach you off of them. And it does get frustrating. It's like, oh, we'll offer you the same products at the same price. I'm like, so why would I bother change what I'm doing? Oh, we can do better prices. Okay, cool. But you need to order 700% more. I'm like, well, no. That's not what I don't want to order 500 bottles. All right, I wanted 7. All right. So unless you can do me a deal on 7 bottles, I'm not interested. But you'll come to learn this, brother. You'll come to learn this. So we are raspberry and something. What am I looking at? I'm looking at raspberry and apple. Raspberry and apple. Apple and raspberry. Lemon. So raspberry is it the 14th, 24th of the 4th? 24 for the 4th. Right, this one. So back on what was my mix again? It was the apple and raspberry, I think. Yeah, NRC, you're in the notes, mate. Apple and raspberry is what you did. Wheeling my way into testing products for my Mirage. Get it done, bro. Get it done. Right. Bang. I mean, I even hate that. I'm the person that makes the final decision, and I hate testing products. To be honest with you, man. Get sent so much stuff. But yeah, take a have a chill evening, Luke. Nice one for stopping by while you did. And we're gonna get on with this now. So this is Neil Reynolds Collins' assistance with this one, and it's an apple and raspberry mix. It uses Alpine raspberry from TFS, blackberry from TFS, mega sweet from TFS, red apple from TFS, and gummy bear from TFS. Do you notice a pattern there, ladies and gentlemen? Do you remember a pattern? What flavour and percentage do you think then? The line of 5%. So the total flavour mix is 29%, and before I've even tried this, I reckon that's going to be too much. From what I've noticed with the other mixes I've done, I was aiming for 30% ceiling, so that's what I was working to, and then I was going to work my way down till I found the sweet spot. And 24 to 26, so let's just say 25, seems to be the sweet spot for these. But this first mix was 29%. We got Alpine Raspberry at 5%, Blackberry at 2%, Mega Sweet at 2%, Red Apple at 5%, and then the Gummy Bear at 15%. But let's give it the old nook and see what it's tasting like, shall we? It does taste like apple and raspberry. That it does. But there's a I can't quite tell if one of the flavors we used had a little bit of cooling in it. Oh, the gummy bear. The gummy bear has a touch of cooling in it. I'm like, it's either a little bit of cooling in there or there's too much of one flavor in it. But the gummy bear comes with a little bit of cooling, unfortunately. That TFS could not get the flavor I wanted without the cooling in there. So, yeah. I always thought that you just don't put any WS in and, you know, you'll have the flavor. But I'm not as good at this flavor creation thing as them. They're working from compounds. I'm working from concentrates. And compounds are like the level above with in terms of mixing. So let's just clear out the top cap as well. And if this one needs a remix, we'll give this one a remix and then we'll call it quits, because I've got an hour until the UK, what's it called? The UK mixing show with Graham and Benny. I can't remember what it's called because I'm ignorant as fuck. But they go live at 9 and I don't want to step on their toes. So I want to be out of here by 9 at the very latest, which should give me an hour to try this, make up my mind on what I feel about it, and then do a quick remix if I feel it's needed. We're going for 2 open air holes. Let's have a vape at about 15 watts. Interestingly enough, I'm getting the apple and the raspberry, but I'm not getting much of the gummy. And I think the way to go, I mean, I'm going to have to vape it for a while because this, I mean, I don't know if you can see the kind of coils that I've got in here. Yeah, it's just 24 gauge canful, 26 gauge canfuls rather. So there's not a lot of surface area of the cotton covered. So you're not going to get like amazing flavor out of it. But yeah, I'm not getting much of the gummy, but I'm getting lots of the apple and the raspberry. And now I'm not getting anything. What are you talking about, no atomizer? What are you talking about? There you go. It was loose. My bad. I dare say that all it would really take is to drop I do like that little bit of blackberry in there. So I think if we drop the apple and raspberry a bit and leave the gummy where it is. So the apple and raspberry are both in at 5%. The blackberry's in at 2%. The sweetener at 2% mega sweet, I want to leave that. That seems okay. And I would, from tasting this, I'd say the gummy bear needs to go up, but maybe that's just being sort of compressed, for want of a better wording, by the raspberry and the apple. Get one more drip and then one more try, just to make sure that it's not a case of the cotton needed to be breaking in and all that shite. Voila. This bloody dripper, yeah. There we go. I'm getting everything that I would want from it other than the gummy. I know you can't taste it, so it's hard for you to throw in on this. Drop the flavors down by 1%. I might drop, other than the gummy bear, I will try dropping them down. That's what I'm going to do. So let me adapt this flavor, this version 2. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Bear with me. Bang. Okay. So I'll move him over here, and then move this, then open this guy up. So Neil, if you're watching what I'm doing, we're going 0 milligram, 10 mils. We want 40 PG, 60 VG, and then the recipe is the blackberry that we've got in there. So let's go. Okay, I'll try that. Actually, that sounds all right. So we've got 4% on the raspberry, 1.75 on the blackberry. We've got 4 on this guy. And what does that bring us down to? Does that bring us closer to, yeah, the around 25% mark seems to work better as a total mix percentage with these TFS things from what I've experienced so far anyway. 20% was too low, 20% and lower was too low, 30% was too high, so 24 to 27 is where, or 24 to 26 is where it seemed to do well. So if I save that, can you guys still see? I should be back now. I don't know what happened there. It disconnected. It wasn't my fault. If I go put that here, you guys can follow along with what we're doing, because I'm going to do the mixing over here. So what flavors do we need, ladies and gentle beans? Let me get the recipes out. We need alpine raspberry. We'll need the gummy bear for starters. We need the mega sweet, definitely. Right, do you know what I might do as well? Ooh, no, actually. We'll go the alpine raspberry. We're going to keep the raspberry as it is. We're not going to get messy and try and mix in with all... Raspberry jelly, though, man. Raspberry jelly. Good. Right, what else do I need? Blackberry, red apple. Where's... Okay, let's just pull them all out here. Here we go. Here we go. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Red apple. Boom. Boom, sha. Apple and blackcurrant, no. English strawberry, no. Blackberry. So that's what, 5 flavors, and that's what we're dealing with there. That wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. So that is good. That is good. Has anybody, how much experience have you got with the TFS flavors, Neil? Or anybody else? Has anybody else done anything exclusively with TFS or mostly TFS? I'm not, don't mean to brag or anything, but since I've been doing this, the TFS concentrates have become more popular at the e-cig shop. And I don't want them to become popular just because I'm using them. That is something that happens quite a lot at the e-cig shop. Oh, Ryan's vaping it. I need to buy it. And it does annoy me a little bit because when I'm not using a product, it doesn't sell. But I would like other people that have experience with these to sort of get involved with the just mentioning, you know, what they do with them and how they like them. So we've gone for 4% Alpine Raspberry, 1.75 Blackberry, 2% Mega Sweet, 4% Red Apple, 15% Gummy. And let's get that mixed up right now then, shall we? Shall we? So, there we go. We're going to start with the raspberry. Start with the raspberry because it's at the top. And it's Alpine Raspberry, which is a... I don't know how else to describe it, but compared to the other raspberries and TFS, this one I would say is more airy. The other two have a tarty sourness to them. Not tart as in pastry, as in tart. This one seems a little bit more natural and a little bit more airy. I would describe, for comparison, TFA Strawberry Ripe is a very airy strawberry. This isn't very airy, but it's more airy than the other strawberries from the TFS. So hopefully that helps you understand what I mean by airy. But we're doing this at 4%. We're making 10 mils, so that is 0.4 grams. Zero 0.3, 1, 2, 3, maybe one more drop after this. No, two more. I don't believe you. 0.39, that was right. It's flittering between 0.39 and 0.38. So if I put one more drop in, that should be your 0.4, but it's not moving. Move it. There we go. 0.39. I'm not going to do another drop because that's going to take it over. That is going to take it over, and we're reducing down. So I'll tear that off and go to the next flavor, which is the blackberry, which is this one. So this is a supporting flavor, you could call it. Like a lot of mixers, to make them feel and taste unique, they'll throw a little bit of something that isn't in the flavor description at all in there, just to keep you thinking. As soon as you know what's in there and you taste it, it takes the mystique of the flavor away. So a lot of producers will say, oh, it's apple and raspberry, but then they've got guava and papaya in there in tiny amounts or some shit, just to give it a little bit of spice. That was a terrible example, but you know what I mean. So this one is 1.75%, which according to this calculator here is 0.18 grams. I'm at 0.11, 2 drops, maybe one more. It's 0.13, 0.16, 0.15, one more drop. 0.17. 0.16 is going down again, so go for one more drop and that'll definitely be it. This is 0.19 now. Hopefully he's going to drop. Yep, 0.18. I like that. Next we have Mega Sweet. Oh, Mega Sweet, 2%, making 10 mils. That's 0.2 grams. Tear them off. Alright. So Mega Sweet is now at a different percentage. Mega Sweet on this mix, I'm afraid, is now at 3% because I put 0.3 in. But do not fear, because if you have mainly used them as single flavors or simple lemonade mixes. You do like your lemonade mixes, don't you, mate? You do. Not to worry, because I've used TFS Mega Sweet at up to 5%. At 5%, it started getting unbearably sweet, but it still wasn't destroying coils. I have no idea what they do with this sweetener and why it is so good, but I would not be surprised if within, like I said earlier, get some months, maybe a year, and word gets out about Mega Sweet, All the juice manufacturers are going to be on this. Trust me. Red apple. Right, we need to be careful with this one because I don't want to go over the top with this one. So this was down to 4%. So that's 0.4 grams. When I come back to this one, Neil, do me a favor and remind me that I might need to drop down the sweetener again. So I'm on 0.3612. That's 0.39. I'm going to give him a second if he drops back down. Actually, let me make a note on here about the sweetener. Mega Sweets. Mega Sweets at 3% by accident should be 2%. Just in case. And then I'll save that. Voila. So it's just Mike Mahord that has used the TFS stuff because they are very good flavors. And then the gummy bear, last but by no means least, if anything, it's the most important one. 15%, that's 1.5 grams. At 1.45, 1.44, maybe 2 more drops. 1.47, one more. Are you gonna move, bro? 1.49. One more drop. And that's just flitted around again. 1.5. I'll take that. Now the PG, which is up here somewhere. Here he is. There's the PG. And we've got that at 1.28 grams. So let's get that sorted out. There we go. 1.34 will do me fine. Closing back up. Get the VG out, top up the bottle. Don't know why I'm tearing it off, but never mind. Voila. About 7.5 grams. Boom. Boom. Get the label on it and we're good. You do, yes. Have you tried Flavora lemonade? I don't think we've got any in stock, so I don't think you can with us. But Flavora lemonade was often regarded as a very good lemonade. The TFS one, do you know what? I haven't used the TFS one since they rebranded. So I don't know if it's any different from the original. Let me make sure that recipe is saved. But the original TFS lemonade, so back when it was, yeah, that's all saved. Back when it was still Dripac single flavors. Can we, there we go. That was very, very popular. When TFS first came out, I bought the whole range. Unfortunately, it was a time I started slowing down in mixing. Yeah, are you ever going to get back into the mixing thing, you reckon, Neil? Or is that you done now? I'd love to see you back in it, mate. If you want to get back in it and need any help with any concentrates and supplies and stuff, I'm more than happy to sort you out. Ooh. Alright. It might be that extra % of sweetener, but it does taste a bit better. Oh, it tastes a lot better. It tastes a lot better. There is more sweetness to there. I'm not gonna lie, obviously an extra % of sweetener, you gotta pick that up. But everything else seems a little bit more cohesive. It's very hard to use words to describe the nuances of flavors, I find. But I can just say better or worse, this is better. So far anyway, so it's apple, raspberry, V2. I'm going to put NRC on this label, and the date is the 15th of the 5th to 4. So Walaski, he's in there. Apple and, what is this, the V2 or is this the V3? Oh, lemon and lime raspberry was the other one. So if I put him at the back there, what time are we on? Yeah, it's about 8:15. I'm not going to start another one, but just don't have the time now with the 2 kids. I can appreciate that, bro. I barely have the time. I don't have any damn kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to leave that. But what I am going to do, I'm going to ask you guys that are watching, do you think it's a good idea for me to keep testing on this build? Because as we know, round wire builds just don't match up to sort of better coils. And I do have some mouth to lung aliens here. Some wire hermit mouth to lung aliens that I could slap in there. And I've got some Redbeard coil mouth to lung coils as well. But I think the Redbeard ones, I don't want to use anything. What's going on, Luke? I don't want to use, we've done the mixes, Luke, by the way. We've done the apple and raspberry version 2. I am now considering, and you might be able to help me with this, changing the build in the tester dripper. Because round wire is poor for flavor by today's standards, yes. Well, higher gauge round wire is poor, but my thinking behind it was you use a poor build, if the flavor slaps, then when you use it in a mesh pod kit or something with a better coil on it, it's going to slap even harder. But it has been pointed out to me by somebody in the shop that what if you use it on something that's not very good for flavor, and then you end up putting more flavor in there, and then when you try it on something that is good for flavor, it'll be way too much. So yeah, Shane says a new build. What does anybody else think? I think they just get dried it. Pretty sure that I've got some juice in the bottom chamber though. Yes, I do. New build or not, Tranico. Just use standard, nothing fancy, but not super basic. But so I can't see what it says after standard, simply because the emoji reaction thing is in the way. Standard MTL. So when you say standard MTL, like, do you mean alien? Because standard MTL is round wire, which I've got in there. All these alien coils and these thick chunky coils, back in the day, yo, they didn't exist. So MTL used to be like what, 28 to 24 gauge round wire Canthil build, and that was about it. I like stainless steel because the ramp up time was better, but I'm thinking that before I go now, because I want everyone to go over and join the DIY, the UK DIY mixing video thingy bob, something like that. Like, is that too much? It's not going to focus on that even if I do this because it's a flipping GoPro. But yeah, something like that. Something that most vapors would use. See, it would make sense to me, innit? It would make sense to me, and it would probably make my life a little bit easier if I do that. So I'm going to use this. So I'll rebuild this now, and then I'll be gone. And then I will be gone. And while I'm rebuilding this, if anybody has any other flavor ideas that I haven't considered, then let me know. Has anybody tried any out there-ish flavors recently? What idea is it? 2.5 mil. 2.5 mil ID on these. Because I mean, hats off to Fluid. Chocolate gummy, bruv. Have you ever vaped a chocolate gummy? I don't really want to fuck with chocolate either. Tom is the only person that has ever done anything with chocolate that I can tolerate. Milk gummy, yes. That was sort of like what I was going for, like blackcurrant milk with the vanilla bean ice cream blackcurrant. But I don't know. They're sending me a cream soda. TFS is sending me a cream soda. Anything with cream soda, that would be good. I know. Why don't I do blue raspberry cream soda, Cobalt? Yeah, cream soda would be good. Not out there, but I treated myself to some gummy fruits. What? As in the Aramaxi gummy fruit? I'm going to go with the White Hermit. Did you... Lisa, when you say you didn't like it, yeah? What's the resistance? They come out as 0.72, but they are like that. That's how the coils come. So I will need to... you can't even see that, can you? They're coming like that. So I'll either need to undo a wrap or add a wrap. Do I undo or add? How have you... What? No. How? What are you vaping it on? And what Nick shots did you add to it? How? I've just spent like the last 2.5 weeks consistently vaping that stuff. I cannot get enough of it. I don't think I want you watching my streams anymore, Lisa. I don't think I feel comfortable with you watching. You clearly don't have a clue about flavour. You clearly don't know what you're talking about if you don't like the gummy fruits, mate. But to be fair, before I was on the gummy fruits, I was raving about the lime fizz. And then before the lime fizz, it was the pink lemonade. And before the pink lemonade, it was the mango. So maybe I am an Aramaxi fanboy, if you couldn't tell. So if anybody's watching now and I do a guess the t-shirt competition tomorrow, at least you know. You've just... What? Why? Okay, that might be a little bit cold. It might be a little bit cold on a 0.2. But why? So Neil, what did you not enjoy about... I'm going to add a wrap. Fuck yeah, I'm not taking one off, I'm adding one. What did you not enjoy about the... Because you know, right, Neil, I don't know if you know this, but the gummy bears that I'm using is most... So I tried the gummy bear from Dripax. And I fucking loved it, as you know. I think I got a 30ml bottle of it knocking around here. I couldn't vape any more of the Aramaxi gummy fruit after the weekend. I just couldn't stand to vape any more of it, so I was on it hard, vaping with a series mod and everything. But I still wanted that gummy hit. So I went and mixed up some of the gummy bears drip packs. But when I first tried it, I was that mad for it. I asked Dripax or TFS to take out some of the cold and take out the fruits and just leave the gummy bear base. That's what I've got 500 mils of here, and that's the base for all of these flavors. So there is extra fruits added to the Dripax one shot gummy bears. But I was just like, take those out to allow me to use my own fruit mixes in them. So if you never got on with that, depending on the reason why, I will allow you to say it's too cold. I can agree that if you try it on anything other than a pod kit, it might come across as a bit too cold. I can't argue with that. But the gummy fruits of the gummy bear that I've got here isn't as cold. And once I have completed these flavors and they've been out for a while, I do intend to release these recipes if TFS are happy for me to do so. And they're all going to be based on that gummy bear. So I'm kind of shocked. Cream soda sounds good. Yeah. Well, it was Tim Soloway, I believe. Tim Soloway was nagging me for a cream soda, and he'd asked TFS to make him one. They said no, and then I asked for them to make him one, and then they did it. Poor Tim. Triple core Claptons. What was I think... I can't remember what I first tried it on. It might have been the Borrow that I first tried the Dripax on. But have you Lisa or Neil, have you either of you ever come across a gummy flavour that you enjoy? There was E-Bar Gum by Yorkshire Vapor. That was the blue raspberry gummy. That's what made me realise there can be good gummy flavours in e-liquid. And then it was the Dripax gummy bears, and then gummy fruit by Aramaxi. Oh, when you said you canned it, I thought you meant as in like you binned it. I was about to get fully upset with you and throw your mix in the bin. It's all about the root beer, right? Yeah, I didn't mean canned. No, I just, you could say canned. It's caned. I understand now, you caned it. Good, I'm pleased. Thank you. At least you know what you're tasting, unlike Lisa. Lisa hasn't a clue what tastes good. Like, there is a right and wrong answer to what tastes good. And Aramaxi is the right answer, trust me. There's a couple of newer liquids that I don't like either. What you mean you've been it too? You see, people like me and you, Lisa, and Neil as well. Maybe some other people, I don't know, but I know you guys have been doing this for a long time, and I don't know. It's like video games and anime. I'm very passionate about video games, or was. I'm very passionate about anime, or I was. But then as soon as the money machine got hold of those things, it changed. And then they started making anime that just appeals to the masses rather than tells a good story that, you know, you could really connect with. Same thing with music and the video games. If you game, then you know the state of gaming these days is fucking terrible. It's all about how much money can we get out of players with all these live service games and stuff. And newer e-liquids are just putting in all these crazy enhancers and sweeteners because they trigger our sort of unconscious responses to anything sweet. So our brains are hardwired to enjoy things that are sweet because sweet things usually mean high energy foods. So they're putting all these things in here that tricks our brains into going, yeah, get more, we like it. But then when you actually know what well-made e-liquid can taste like, because you've been vaping for that long, back in the day there was well-made e-liquids, you can appreciate that this is just gunked up with enhancers and sweeteners and stuff. But when you're buying commercially made e-liquid, you're effed these days because they're trying to cater to the newer vapor. So if you want like old school flavor profiles and old school sort of like recipes and mixes, you really just got to do it yourself these days. There is nobody. I mean, the Fluid guys, love them to bits. I really enjoy their liquids and whatnot. But I have to admit, I just need to go out here and check this. I have to admit that I was surprised by the level of sweetness across all of them, given that Nick Evans was involved in it. Now, you guys know that I like the Fluid stuff. The Luzu is a banger. I even vaped 100 mils of the flipping tobacco recently. Like, they're good flavors, but it still does make me go like, Ross, like, I would have thought that a DIY guy would have been a little bit more adverse to really sweet juices like this, given that he's a DIY guy. But at the same time, they're paired up with Wick Liquor, and, you know, Wick Liquor know how to sell e-liquid in it. And I imagine that the level of sweetness was more to do with Wick Liquor than it was to do with Nick. Well, that's what I hope anyway, because I've got a lot of love and respect for Nick. And I want to be able to keep that, you get me? Aramaxi are going to do long fills. Yeah, they are. I want to say it's like next week. I don't know if I should say this, but I have seen images of the labels. So the label designs are done. They're calling them super shots, the bottle shots, and then the long fills are just called long fills. Now I would have thought, I said to Aramaxi James when he sent me the pictures, I'm like, it's a shame that you can't lean into the gun theme, because instead of a long fill, it could be like a long shot or a scoped shot or something like that. And then like the bottle shot kits, like the 250 mils, could be called like nukes or something. But that's just not going to go well for SEO and stuff like that. But Aramaxi, I don't know about concentrates. Can't talk about concentrates, but I can definitely say that long fills and 250ml bottle shop kits are not far away. You will not have to be waiting far off. And there's only the e-cig shop and Alchemist Cupboard, Barry Kane's place. Barry Kane's a solid fucking geezer as well. Got to chat with him a little bit over Expo. I like that he's very forward in his outlook on the vaping industry. There are some points that he seemed to express that I don't agree with. There are some points that he expressed that I did agree with. But the fact that he's so passionate about it and is not just going with the flow, like he's got his ear to the ground and is trying to do what he can do to sort of maintain the integrity and respect that he's built up in the vape industry, but at the same time cater to where the money is in the industry for the right reasons. Is not selling out with anything he's got coming up or planning, but he appreciates that, like, Pixie Juice is the integrity from Alchemist Cupboard. Like, this is the well-made flavors and blah 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 blah, all that stuff. But from what he was saying, it's quite obvious that he recognizes that that isn't going to work in the vape industry at the moment, so he's considering other things to do and blah. So, like, nothing but love for him. And his missus is sound as fuck as well. Sat down and had like an almost heart-to-heart conversation with her and Brendan over Expo, which was nice. Yeah, man, solid people, man. Really enjoyed meeting Barry. But yeah, Barry, Kane over at Alchemist Cupboard and the e-cig shop are gonna have the Aramaxi long fills and bottle shots. I don't know if they're gonna be available anywhere else, but that's Aramaxi's business, not mine, innit? Aramaxi's tobacco is awesome. Yes, get the Aramaxi tobacco in a proper MTL tank, like the Hell Vape MD RTA in mouth to long mode, or the QP Designs Garter, or like a more of an actual mouth to long tank. Not none of this. Pods aren't mouth to long. I don't give a crap what you say. But get it in a proper mouth to long RTA, and that tobacco is beautiful, brother. I don't know old boy or Cobalt either. Cobalt was alright. It was alright. Like, I was hoping for more cream soda than blue raspberry, but it's a blue raspberry flavour with cream soda. And I can't help but feel like they did that because you need to have a blue raspberry in your lineup in 2024. But they're like, well, how can we make it different? Because we don't want to be seen to just be doing a blue raspberry. So slap some cream soda in there. I would have preferred it to lean into the cream soda more than the blue raspberry, but it does lean into the blue raspberry more than a cream soda. I'm not saying it's bad, but because it's not what I wanted it to be, I didn't rate it that highly. Because I'm just arrogant as fuck like that. Right, let me go back to the Vimto gummy. I'll go back to the Vimto gummy and try that on this. You don't own an RTA. I take back everything I said about you being old school. What the hell's wrong with you, woman? You're bloody pod wanker these days. You don't have to use them, but at least have one. Jesus. Says me, who's been on nothing but pods for like the last 2-3 years, other than maybe just before I went off to Oz. I don't know what is that, sir. There we go, about 19 watts. That's looking good. That's looking good. Right, let me douse him up. So what do you use? Oh, sub-ohm tanks. Sub-ohm tanks, okay. Or mouth to lung tanks. Why don't you use rebuildables, Lisa? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's better. It's better straight away. I'm gonna have to go back over all the flavors I've already tested and be like, yeah, I didn't need to remix that. Yeah. I've just put an alien coil in this, and I've gone back over the Vimto gummy version 2. With an alien coil in it this time, and it's better. There still isn't enough gummy. The gummy is there, but I want the gummy to be at the front and then the fruits on the back with this. But yeah, Luke's right. Gamertech is right. I think the next That Guy and TFS project is definitely going to be a we need to go over everything, reassess the situation. That's what it's going to be called. That Guy and the Flavoursmiths project 14, the reassessment. That's unfortunately what it's going to have to be, which is really frustrating. But yeah. Can I ask everybody that is watching to do me a favour and just make sure that they are subscribed? Wait. Subscribed and like the video, please, before we go. But yeah. Everything, like, let me just do the apple and raspberry. The version 1. That's the version 2. Let's get the version 1 out, because the version 2's only just been mixed, so let's get the version 1 out. I know I've not re-wicked, but I'm just doing a quick satin here. Yeah. Let me see what this is like with the alien coil. It's better. It's better. It's way more flavorful. Well, I guess we know what the next TFS project stream is going to be. We are going to be retrying all of the mixes just to make sure that what I am feeling needs to be done does actually need to be done. Hopefully not, but it is what it is. We learn from our mistakes. Why don't I just test them all on a dual coil dripper? You know. But yeah, nice one for hanging out with me this evening. I don't know when I'm going to be back. I've got training tomorrow after work. Friday I'm busy. Got training late morning. Then I've got a session early afternoon. And then I've got a meeting with some very important people within the vape industry late or early evening, because I might be having my fingers in not just the TFS pie but another DIY pie, but I can't really say too much about that yet because it's still early days. So I don't know if I'm going to be available over the weekend to do any mixing stuff, but it will definitely be at some point next week I'm back. And if I'm wondering at that point what it is I need to do, if you guys could remind me that we need to go over and test some of the older mixes and whatever. One thing that is way more apparent is the cold in these. Yeah, the cold lands a little bit more now on that alien cold, but that is what it is anyway. Sorry for being really loud. It keeps slipping out. That should stop that now. But yeah, that's that. I will see you guys at some point next week on here. But if you want more of me, then follow me. Don't follow me. Follow the e-cig shop on Facebook, the e-cig shop 21+. And before I go, I will let you guys know it is live now. So for the next 24 hours, if you want to purchase any of the Flavoursmiths concentrates from the e-cig shop, then go to www.theecigshop.uk, navigate your way to DIY, single flavours, the Flavoursmiths, add any that you might want to try to your basket. And if you use code TFS, as in the Flavoursmiths, TFS 15 as in the numbers, then you will get 15% off any of the Flavoursmiths concentrates in your basket. And catch you guys later. Nice one. Take it easy. Peace.